Good evening, people of the HQ universe, quiz lovers, gamers, 80s aficionados, pop culture beasts, and everyone in between. Welcome to HQ Trivia. It's Thursday, it's theme night, and tonight's theme is, of course, the 1980s, the decade that brought so many of the things we love, computers, synthesizers, mobile phones, and big hair into the mainstream. I'm Beric Livingston, and tonight I'm paying costume tribute to a UK musical icon who had some of his first big hits in the 80s, including 8 singles simultaneously in the top 40 and 2 consecutive number ones. A man who's gone on to sell over 50 million records and who's still making music and touring. One of the few artists who created a new, instantly recognizable visual style. It is, of course, Adam Ant. What better image of the decade than someone rebellious, flamboyant, and hugely successful? So, I wish you success and a ridiculous amount of fun as we travel through the 80s with 12 questions, ranging from easy to hard. 10 seconds for each, and £1,000 to be won or split if you can get all 12 correct. Use those extra lives to stay in the game. You never know when you might need them. Deploy them wisely. 1 per game, except on the final cue. And if you missed our 2 big announcements earlier this week, then stick around, because I will share them again during the game. All right, without further ado, let's go on to Q1. Which of these was a popular range of children's dolls in the 80s? Brussels sprout aunties, potato peel granddads, Cabbage Patch Kids. This is the era of Care Bears, strawberry shortcake, Hello Colour, but who were the stuffed Supremos? Children usually hate veggies, but which one of these did they go crazy for? Harvesting billions in units sold, it was Cabbage Patch Kids. Yes, 20 million sold in 1984 alone, 75,960 of you getting that right. The doll brand was one of the most popular toy fads of the 80s and one of the longest-running Cabbage franchises in the world. Now, if you haven't heard, we're doing something very special this Sunday. We call it The One. Because for the first time ever in the UK, we're running our first Sunday show with the 9 p.m. show with £5,000 worth of prizes, but all of that prize will be going to just one person. We will keep asking questions till just one of you is left. Will you be the one? Will one of your friends be the one? Find out Sunday night. On to Q2. Lawrence Turode is better known by which of these names? Mr. Coffee, Mr. Tea, Mr. Eggnog. Lawrence Turode. Some people believe he's the Laurence Olivier of 80s TV. And many more don't. All of these answers are making me thirsty, and I pity the fools who got this wrong. It's Mr. T. Mr. T, suckers, and 73,131 of you knew that. 986 going for Mr. Eggnog. He's a lesser-known star, of course. Now, Mr. T is best known for portraying Clubber Lang in Rocky III and B.A. Baracus in the A-Team. He was also a pro wrestler, partnering Hulk Hogan for a time. This week's other big news is that we are launching a new game called HQ Sports. If you're a sports fan, be sure to tune in for that. It'll run between the big matches on Sunday. The start time is 2 p.m. and we have a brand new host, Tyler West. He is an amazing presenter and sportsman. He's a YouTuber. He is fantastic. So seriously, do not miss that show. That is Sunday at 2 p.m. Onwards to Q3. Which popular 80s term described a wealthy young Londoner pursuing a fashionable lifestyle? Regency dandy, Sloane Ranger, Essex man. Yeah, this term brought to infamy by Harper's and Queen. The 80s were all about big money, big hair, and big shoulder pads, but which one of these was a big pop culture term? More cowboy than fop, it's Sloane Ranger. The Sloane Rangers, 37,446, if you got that right. I would say this was a pretty beastly question. We lost nearly half of you there. Originally popularized by the British writers Peter York and Anne Barr in the book Style Wars, and then the Sloane Ranger Handbook that came out in 1982. Okay, with just under 40,000 of you left, let's go to Q4. A male model in a laundrette famously advertised what in the 80s? Pepsi, Ray-Bans, Levi's. Yeah, this was an ad first shown on Boxing Day in 1985, called a bit of a sensation. Spilling Pepsi may have brought the guy to the laundrette, but he was, of course, advertising Levi's. Yeah, did you hear it through the grapevine? It doesn't matter where you heard it. 35,259 if you got that right. Nick Kamen made hearts swoon and sales rise when he stripped off in the famous ad, which went on to be much parodied. Kamen went on to have a pop career.